It's the Butch and Sundance Show.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? Did you just drop that aliens are breeding with fucking human beings just nonchalantly, like it's almost common knowledge? And
yeah, they're telling you that they have these alien hybrid programs that people are, not only they tell you that, but they tell you that these people are getting abducted against their will. These migrants coming over in caravans.
I mean, the modern day, like you just said, we got the platforms to disseminate this information to the world, like more than ever.
Lightning information, it flies. It flies off the shelves. It's on TikTok before it even comes out of somebody's mouth.
And then you don't give us anything else, like,
well,
that's enough for the peons.
Yeah, fuck. It's the classic deflection, right? Don't look over here, look over here. What do they call that? The sleight of hand.
Right, Johnny Carson.
You in your fucking distraction, and now we know that you're just sticking up for pedophiles once again.
Wow.
So now, especially on the left.
Because it's funny, right? I mean, the attention off the whole Epstein thing, what happened with that? Did they stop releasing the files? People were starting to make connections. They were starting to figure out whose names were on these emails. But is it something that the people in charge don't want the public to, you know, or the lynch mob to kind of focus their time? And what better topic in the world to take your mind off the Epstein files would be alien breeding program with human beings? Is that where we're at?
Say that you're willing to question the official narratives, you get a world of pain, okay? So for example, if I say, I don't believe the government on the Charlie Kirk shooting, okay? I don't know what happened. I don't know who did it. I don't have the inside information, but it is likely to be the story they told. A lot of
you can't really question it. If you start questioning anything, it's like you become a pariah.
Well, especially in the UFO world, because back in the day, your life was basically over if you came forward and actually told your story, whether it was an abduction or something you saw.
Yeah.
It's a big spit. Now you got Goldie Hawn coming out being like, the aliens, they touched me. It was godlike. Like, fine, you know, I don't know what happened over there, but like now it's accepted. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon with respect to UFOs and disclosure and telling their own stories. And that's all well and good, but that wasn't always the case, right?
I mean, Goldie, she's at the tail end of her career. She had a great career, and you know what? And she's coming out now. Like, why didn't she say this, 20, 30 years ago? Who knows, right? Or the stigma, like you're saying, Sundance. There's a stigma to it. There was.
She wanted to make movies, right? So maybe that didn't jive. But it's jiving now because it's in vogue.
That finger that touched her must have, I don't know, must have gave her some knowledge about picking some good movies, because she was in some good ones.
So here we are. Now, Shawn Ryan is saying that, according to him, all UFO disclosure, it's a distraction. And that's not the first time that he's said this. He said this before. He had a sit down with Tucker, which was an interesting one. Tucker's in the hot seat these days. We're not going to go into that.
I think that all this alien extraterrestrial shit, I mean, it's fun to dig down there, but I mean, I think it's a big distraction. I don't know if it's meant to be some type of a controlled op, but I think it is.
Tucker doesn't think aliens are aliens. Tucker thinks aliens are demons. We're not saying that's not the case. We've made quite a few videos that if you examine the evidence, it's pretty easy to make the connection between aliens and demons, 150%. And Tucker's one of those people that believe that it's a spiritual thing.
Right.
I think all this stuff is spiritual.
Oh,
that's what I think.
Of course it is.
Apparently so does Shawn Ryan.
All these things that people are seeing and stuff, I think there's a spirituality component to it. Now,
that these are angels and demons, or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
Chad Ripperker, the father of, well, I should say the foremost authority in exorcism for the Catholic Church.
Creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme believes that these things are demons. So if you're not Catholic, you may say, well, I don't believe anything a Catholic priest is going to say. So that's fine. There's other bits of evidence. There was the Kenmore family in Las Vegas. We did a video about that, and they described their encounters. Like, look, you've seen the movie Poltergeist. You know what a supernatural occurrence type situation is. It's very similar to what people experience when they experience something UFO or alien related. So that can't be overlooked. That's a connection. That's what we do. We make connections. Big connection.
Big connection. Well, that's the thing, right? Most people aren't as close to the spiritual element of life as they should be or as certain people are. So they're not strong enough to combat that in some ways. So it's a whole piece of life that everybody kind of shuns away from. Ultimately, our demise will all come at some point, but we don't really talk about it or think much about it, unfortunately. There's a spiritual element to this, it's clear.
And it's interesting because you've had a few abduction experiences where, it's like, Marcel says, I'm going to get medieval on your ass, right? I'm going to get religious on your ass, where they, in the middle of the abduction situation, they'll call on the name of Jesus and it'll stop the abduction. So
that's right.
What is that? Like, then it is a spiritual problem.
It's either it's true, it's spiritual, or for some reason, these two entities, whether it's extraterrestrials and aliens or demons and the spiritual realm, fear the name of Jesus, which is what happens in these experiences where they call upon, they leave. So it's either you got two separate factions that exist that for some reason fear this name or this person, or it's the same thing, we're just labeling it two things.
It's hard to put it in one bucket, right? Because if you take all that you've heard over the years, all the different abduction experiences that people have, not all of them are negative, but most of them are. That's one thing. Okay, most of them are negative. Most of them include, if you read, I haven't been abducted. I don't want to be abducted. If anybody's been abducted, my heart goes out to you.
Right.
But if you believe the stories, it's all against your will. You don't want to do it. They take you anyway. They clearly can power you with their technology or whatever the hell power that they have over humans. That they could beam you up into a craft or pull you out of your bedroom while you're sleeping and you're flying through the walls. Like, however they do this, it's done, right? The stories are all the same. So the stories are negative, right? You're getting taken against your will. That's number one. Number two, I don't trust government right now. If you want to call it the government, I don't trust the narrative right now. I think the timing of this is strange. Why now? In the last 50 years, you've had the same topic. You've had your underground documentaries that you used to have to find in the back of a Fangoria magazine. You couldn't get anywhere on the topic of UFOs. It was very underground. Then Bob Lazar comes out on the scene in whatever it was, in the 80s, right? Bob Lazar comes out, he tells a story, a couple of videos, dies out till the internet explodes. He gets a website, people find out about Bob Lazar, right? And that kind of reignites the whole thing. It gave it some legitimacy because he was a genius, allegedly, right? So this has been going on for years. We've had UFOs, the topic, the mystery, the lore for years. Now, all of a sudden, you have cooperation with a friendly government. It's a little suspect. And on top of that, they're telling you it's demons. We're not saying it. We're not just saying it. They're telling you it's demons. They're telling you it's interdimensional.
Right.
Multiple people. They're splicing human DNA with alien DNA.
That's crazy. Not only are they demons and they're telling you that, but they're telling you that they're mating these things.
Why would you do that?
Human beings.
Why
would you do? I mean, that
why
to me,
would
that's.
You want to mate humans and aliens? Didn't you read the first book of Genesis? The last time somebody tried to do that and what happened? Didn't end well.
Yeah.
Or you say, I don't believe in the Bible. Okay? Have you seen some of those animal-human hybrid photos on the internet before AI? So like before, the last 2 years? Those are pretty disturbing images. Okay?
Yeah,
so when you start splicing anything together that wasn't naturally meant to go together, it's disturbing, let alone splicing something that's technically not supposed to even exist. The rabbit hole runs deep, my friend. Are we going to get some answers? I don't know. Time will tell. Stick around and stay tuned.
That's what I say.
Stay prayed up, stay safe, and God bless.
See you soon.
It's the Butch and Sundance Show.